You are now watching the Lone Blown. Blown! Yo, what's poppin', peeps? Welcome back to the Lone Blown. I'm Zach Lesage. I appreciate y'all tuning in today. Today we're going to be going over the PikaRom versus PikaRom matchup. This is probably one of the most important matches we have in our standard format. PikaRom is largely considered to be the best deck in format, so it's one of those things where if you're playing the best deck in format and if you're running against another best deck in format, you probably want to learn how to play against it. In today's video, we're featuring Logan McKay. They're playing against me. Feel free to follow them on Twitter. Check out their socials down in the description below. And I mean, you can also check out the list that Logan is playing in this video as well. If you're missing any of the cards for this PikaRom deck or Logan's PikaRom deck, head over to PTCGO put in code ZLesage5 to save 5% on your next order of codes. And I mean, be sure to check in the description below for all of the sponsors, all that good stuff. And I mean, feel free to subscribe right here, I think over here, if you got a chance. We're on a road to 1,000 subs at the time of the recording, so let's make it happen. Let's jump into some stellar PikaRom gameplay. So here we're playing against our friend Logan McKay, who's actually very good at Pokemon, especially in the PikaRom mirror match. So it's going to be a really close game. So we'll be able to show some tips and tricks from both sides. I'm going to call the coin flip. We won the coin flip. So we actually want to go second, so we can get off our first Electrify before Logan can. Not necessarily like a crazy hand, but I mean, it's definitely not bad. We're going to start with the Tapu Koko. Obviously, that's our only option. So hopefully we have the switch. Maybe we could just top deck into the Boltunds. And we'll see what Logan's able to do here. So there's a Lightning Energy. Normally, they don't really do too much on their first turn. Just because there's not too much that they can do. I wouldn't be surprised if they pass, and there we see the pass. The Mewtwo here is like a little bit risky to put down. And first things first, I'm going to play Crushing Hammer. That's the only card that we can play. There's a Tails, Rip. There's a Chaotic Swell. I could put Mewtwo down here. It just means if they put Mewtwo down that they can get a knockout out of nowhere. So I think I'm going to go ahead and actually pitch this hand. There's the research. We just want to get off a Boltund. So there's a Boltund. There's an energy. We're going to be a little bit like low on the energy. We got to get out of the active spots. I'm just going to pitch this hand again to Dedenne. We can go through our prize cards. I mean, we wouldn't mind getting a PikaRom down this turn. We got some options. We did prize our Eldegoss. I do want to keep note of that. We do have a decent bit of everything else left, so let's go ahead, pitch this. Hopefully we could just get to the active spot, and that'd be huge. Here's an electromagnetic radar for us. I don't know if we want to do that. We can get both of those. There's our peak. I'm gonna have to go ahead and pitch another Lightning Energy. I really don't like that, but I mean, we really need to get something going here. Seen a lot of cards on our first turn of the game, and there we have it. We have access to what we were looking for. So we're gonna have a fully powered up Pika on our first turn of the game. Not really like we do have a few extra energies in our discard pile. 2 extra energies, and we do have a lot of we didn't get a speed Lightning Energy down, so it makes for a little bit of a weird turn, but we'll see exactly how they want to go for it. Maybe they'll just go for an attack off here. It's actually interesting that Logan went for the speed Lightning Energy there. Hopefully we could avoid just like the Crushing Hammers in general. It's really just about getting more energies on your opponents. So just the fact that we have 3 energies in our discard pile makes it like kind of an awkward match. See, we don't want to put the Mewtwo down here. I'm going to go ahead and here go speed Lightning Energy. Try to get out of the active spots. And I'm just going to go Marnie. I really feel like Marnie is just like the correct play here. Get some extra energies in play if necessary. I mean, we do have a lot of switching cards, apparently. Let's just go, Air Balloon here. Retreats. We're going to hit for... I think we hit for the 150 and power up the Raichu. I think that just sounds better. Also, at the other hand, I kind of like just knocking out this Boltund's. I think we just go for it. We're just going to go full blitz here. 150. 6. So 6 energy is 190. They could do 220. We could always pitch our hand away if necessary. Yeah, they're just going to swing into us. It's kind of a scary, scary turn. Crushing Hammer. Thankfully, it's a Tails. So that's the second Crushing Hammer we've seen. Oh, and they're going to go straight for Electrify again. I think they're just trying to get huge swings off here. If we lose our switch, that's literally the last switch that we'll have for the game. I think we just have to... Like, I think we have to go switch here and attack with PikaRom. To me, that just clearly seems like the best play. Like, there's nothing else I'd ever want to do, so... If they end up getting... Like, I don't know. Let's just go full blitz. We need to watch our Raichu. Like, we've already drawn 2 prize cards. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And 8th energy brings us, like... It's just a weird game. In terms of just, like, energies, the amount of energies we have in our discard pile. Those 3 energies could have been in play. To me, this seems like it's going to be a Lightning Ride GX turn, if you ever ask me. Maybe our opponent will get an energy switch. That might be huge for them. But at least that's going to focus their energy on one kind of Pokemon. I'm actually super fine with the reset stamp there because we are going to have... Oh, wow. Okay. Looks like we're just vibing out here then. We just need to find a switch. We do have access to Dedenne-GX in deck. Oh, and they're going full blitz. Interesting. Okay, we're going to be pitching this hand. There's only the one boss in there. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That's not really enough for what I wanted. An 8th energy brings me up to 250. I'm just going to go for boss on... Let's just go boss on the Dedenne. I think that sounds fine. Actually, I don't know how I feel about that. Yeah, that seems fine. Okay, so I'm gonna just go for Dedenne-GX. And this is where the game can take off huge. I think I want to take the knockout here with Boltund V, protecting our Raichu, Alolan Raichu. So that means we're going to go Boltund V, draw a couple cards there. The energy switch doesn't necessarily matter too much. Let's go Crushing Hammer. Tails, Crushing Hammer. Tails, I mean, we've played 3 Crushing Hammers and got Tails every single time. But our deck's thinned out a lot here. So we're just going to go switch into Boltund's. Hopefully our opponent does not find a boss's orders. They've already played 2 boss's orders this game. And again, like, the energy switch probably doesn't matter too much. We do have the other energy switch in the discard pile. So, I mean, again, it's not going to really matter here and what our options are. I think we're just going to go for Bolt Storm, knocking out this Dedenne. And again, I brought up the Dedenne-GX because you want to knock out a Pokemon. I was thinking it with Raichu, Alolan Raichu, but now that we had the energy, it made sense to knock out the Dedenne with the Boltund, forcing our opponent to go 2 prize cards, 3 prize cards, 3 prize cards. However, the way that we're winning the game is 2 prize cards, 2 prize cards, 2 prize cards. There's either 2 ways to win this game. You either go after 2 tag team Pokemon that are worth 3 prize cards each, or you go after 3 Pokemon that are worth 2 prize cards. So that's the only opportunity that we had this game in order to be in it. We didn't find our boss orders early enough. So a bit of a weird game on our side, not really getting the Crushing Hammer heads, but it is quite possible for us to win. We are boss's orders away from winning this game. And the fact that our opponent's playing a Marnie on us is really helpful. They've played double reset stamp. We just really need to get a boss here. And we do have the boss in hand. If our opponent does not play Crushing Hammer, I mean, I think we're pretty good here. Oh, and they're just going Tandem Shock. Interesting. Okay. I mean, if they go Marnie again, we aren't going to have access to our reset. We're not going to have access to boss. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So a 9th energy, which we have access to in the deck, would get it for us. So I think I'm just going to go ahead here and Marnie, which puts the boss order in the Eldegoss at the bottom of the deck, but it does make it obtainable. The fact that we missed that is really rough, but we do have Quick Ball. I'm going to go Crushing Hammer. No, we're going to get all 4 tails this game. I think I'm just going to go switch here into the Raichu, Alolan Raichu, and paralyze back. If they don't get a switch, they just lose the game. I mean, they've played how many copies of Switch? 0 copies of Switch, but it's just another card that they had to play. That is quite a way for them to potentially just win the game there. There's no Dedenne. There's just Eldegoss in their deck. Okay, there's a research. I mean, they'll definitely get the switch here. Yeah, I think we're in a really... Oh, wow. I guess they didn't have Switch. Maybe they prized a bunch of copies of Switch. So we just got it with Lightning Ride GX, and we're able to win the game. However, if they knocked us out, we could have got the energy switch off with the PikaRom to get the knockouts. So we'll give our opponent the well played. Appreciate them playing. And there's a Lightning Ride for game. And what a match that was. It kind of showed how the game can go really weird, but if you're able to get those energies in play and overwhelm your opponent with energy, you can kind of win the game. Crushing Hammer is going to be a factor. Getting a boss before your opponent's going to be a factor. Missing a few crucial cards is going to be a factor. But either you go for the 3 versus 3, like 3 and 3 prize cards, knocking out 2 tag team Pokemon, or you can go for the 2-2-2 strategy like I demonstrated in this video. Both are viable choices, just depends on what's an option for you. Obviously getting damage on a tag team using full blitz onto their PikaRom before they get set up is going to be huge, and just kind of punch them out of the game early. But if that's not a possibility, then you kind of want to go for the strategy that I did, getting as many energies as possible to turn Boltstorm into an option. I mean, we got a little bit unlucky with some of the energies and our Crushing Hammer hits, but it is what it is. We were still able to persevere over Logan, who seemed to prize one too many switches. I mean, they prized what seems like to be all of their switches. I'll have to ask them, Logan, if you're watching this, let me know what happened in the comments below. But yeah, if you have any questions about the gameplay or other matchups, feel free to let me know. It's been a series. So yeah, we'll check it out and stay tuned for more videos to come. That being said, have yourself a great one, and thanks for watching. Peace out. Really hope that you enjoyed watching that video. I totally enjoyed making it. If you enjoyed it, be sure to like the video, share the video with everyone that you know, and subscribe to the channel as well. Totally appreciate all the support. We got a lot of cool things happening on the channel, so stay tuned for more. Be sure to check out the social links in the description. Thanks and have yourself a great one.